Okay, welcome back. Last time we did some training with Vegiemon, and then we went to the Grey Lord's mansion, where we found Ninjamon. And basically, we then did a few things around the mansion, and then eventually learned that, hey, Ninjamon's men aren't listening to him, and then went back to the city, and there was a thing on the notice board about Ninjamon being too old and that he's going to retire. So we do need to go back to the mansion. However, yeah, I don't feel confident going back to the mansion just yet, so I'm going to sit and do a little bit more training with Vegiemon before I go and do that. I also went and bought a super carrot, mostly because once I feed that to Vegiemon, he should get a slight boost to his stat gains. Okay, so I'm going to give him a sirloin steak, just give him some nice food, and then give him the super carrot. And I know the super carrot affects some stats, and the horseradish does others. I don't remember which is which though. And that gain was not all that different. Like, instead of getting 12, I'm getting 14. I mean, realistically, that's not a massive amount. But also, at the same time, that will add up. Like, if I get +2 every time, I get +2 that I would normally get every time. If I do 10, that's +20. So overall, eventually that will make quite a bit of difference. Or at least I'd believe it will. I'd like to believe it will, if nothing else. And then, I will basically just want to get my stats up a little bit higher, and then maybe try the Grey Lord's mansion again. Because the Grey Lord's mansion, it does have this, one last thing that I need to do. Like, there is the kind of Grey Lord's mansion, the second go-around, basically. Okay, let's give... I don't know if the effect of the super carrot will go away now. I imagine it will. Okay, and that... Yeah, that went away because I fed it something else. But hey, if nothing else, we're now past 400 offense. That's pretty good. Okay, so what are my other stats looking like? Let's go to 200. Let's go 200 speed, I suppose. That's just one on and done. Actually, let's go 250 speed. Because realistically, I need my Digimon to be strong, I need my Digimon to be fast, and I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. Realistically, I should probably focus on defense. I should probably focus on its defensive stats. Mostly just because if I get hit by stuff, it's probably gonna be pretty bad. But if I get hit by stuff, it's probably gonna be pretty bad. And by that, I mostly just mean, oh, that's a lot of damage, and I don't know if I have all the healing items to cope with all of that. Hopefully I do, but anything could happen is the thing. I think I might also do a few battles with just some random wild Digimon. I think by doing that, I could potentially learn a couple of moves. Because to be totally honest, I feel like I need a couple of new of Vegiemon. Because he only has access to Poison Claw and Ninja Sting. And while being able to get the poison is quite nice, I feel like I need just a little bit more variety. If I could get an AoE move, that would be very, very nice. A little bit of area of effect is always good to have. Mostly just because I think as I get further and further into the game, and approach the end, I think I'm going to start having multiple fights where it's like, hey, I have to fight multiple things at once. And therefore having the AoE would always be good. Okay, Vegiemon is tired. Let's let Vegiemon have a nap, and hopefully he doesn't, poop on the floor in his sleep. Because I don't want to have a third one in here. I don't want to have a third one pop up in here. Like, Centarumon is going to boot me out of the place permanently. Okay. Fantastic. Off we go. So, what are my stats actually looking like in totality? 4154. I think Maybe if I bring everything else up to like 300. That might be the play. Yeah, I'm going to do just a little bit more training. I should probably fight a few things and get some... That's what I'll do. I'll go and I'll fight a couple of things. Like, I'll fight some Dokunemon and get some more money first. And then I'll go and do the training. Because even though I did kind of, you know, disparage the Hawk Radishes and the Super Carrots as, like, well, they aren't giving a massive boost, I think having that little boost, and having that little boost might help a lot, you know? And hopefully it won't be too detrimental. And with 400 offense, I feel like I should probably just be able to one-tap these, right? Okay, it'll be 2. That's like 1 or 2 hits and I win. There we go. So that isn't all that bad, and I just took a lot of poison damage. Okay, I say a lot of poison damage. It wasn't that much, but still. Okay, and we get... Okay, we only get 100 bits for that, so we'd have to beat up a good few of those. That maybe isn't ideal for me. But on the plus side, these can drop various. And variouses, I think I can sell those for probably a decent amount of money, maybe like 200 or 300. And hey, money is money, and money is money, and it's something that I'm kind of sorely lacking in this game. I feel like I've done a terrible job with money in this game so far. Okay, we just wiped that out in 1 hit. So evidently I must have been doing something right. Okay, that's another 100. But during the day... Yeah, if I fight these during the... Sorry, if I go during the night, it's only going to be Dokunemon out here. And that's not great. So let's go and try the path through Mount Panorama, I think. Let's go and see how that goes. Gonna be honest, though, I think it's mostly because I don't have access to Prominence Beam. But, I don't know, I feel like Vegiemon, comparatively, between, next to Birdramon and, Abuterimon, so far Vegiemon isn't exactly hitting the same, but I think that's largely because I don't really have moves available for him. Okay. Yeah, these things don't have all that much HP, so I should probably be okay. That's going to do a lot, though. Only 1 will hit, though. So that works out for me. Yeah, so I can take these out in like 2 or... Yeah, I can take these out in like 3 hits each. But also, I don't have the brains stat high enough. I don't have the brains stat high enough to be able to tell my Digimon, hey, target the other one. Because, obviously, if I can focus down one, it'll go a little bit faster. And that one got blocked. Honestly, maybe I should do some MP training. Okay, there goes 1 Gaburimon. So that's problem 1 solved. Okay, the club swing seems to come out faster than my attacks. Which isn't great for me, but hey, we should manage. I just need to hit this 2 or 3 more times in the way, and we should be good though. Although the fact that it just, you know, but the fact that it attacked during the kind of transformation animation definitely doesn't help me. Oh, it was in the transformation back. I just couldn't see because it was in like the full 2D. Okay, also, Vegimon's super move is called Super Breath. Hopefully this gives a lot of money, or at least a decent amount. That was not worth it. That was absolutely not worth it. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna go back into the forest. I guess I'll just go back to the forest and go back to training. I have enough money to buy a Super Carrot or a Hawk Radish, if nothing else. Then I can go and fight some... Yeah, I can go and fight some red Vegiemon once it turns to the daytime. Once it turns to daytime, I can go and fight some red Vegiemon. And hopefully I can get, like, the kind of area of effect Pollen Spore move from that, because I think that can also poison. And from there, anything could happen. Or I could try to fight one of the other new bosses that'll have appeared here. But if I do that, I could find myself in a situation where, like, I've run out of healing items for the Grey Lord's Mansion. And I need healing items for the Grey Lord's Mansion. To be honest, I don't even know if I can win out there yet. Okay, let's buy a Hawk Radish, though. How much do I have? Do I have enough for another one as well? I do not. Okay. Gonna be honest, I don't really know what the optimal way to get money in this game is. I kind of wish there was an item that's like, hey, just run around and you'll generate money. But also, looking at how the health shoes naturally regen, I think that maybe wouldn't be optimal for me. Okay. So, let's use this let's use this Hawk Radish and just try to get some defense gains. I probably should have given it some other food first. Because if it gets hungry now, I'm going to be very inconvenienced. Okay, we aren't hungry just yet. I'm going to aim for 300 defense, I think. I'm going to aim for 300 defense, then 300 speed, and probably 300 brains as well. Oh, okay, bathroom break. Bathroom break, train up to 300 defense, go fight some red Vegiemon, then we go to the Grey Lord's Mansion, I think. And hopefully we'll be okay. Hopefully, because I'll be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea if I can win this. But hey, we are gonna give it we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna give it the old college try, as people say. I don't know, do people actually say that? Is that an American term? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's one that I've ever actually heard living in the UK. Anyway, I need 3 more things on defense, and then we should be good to go. Honestly, maybe I should just use the speed chip that I have. I do have a speed chip that I can use. Sorry, it's called a quick chip. Sorry, allow me to correct that. The quick chip. Okay, that's 300 defense. Okay, and Vegiemon is now tired. Okay. I think now may be the time to let it go. Let it go rest. Let's go rest for a bit, go and try to fight a couple of red Vegiemon. And, you know, just to assert dominance as, I don't know what type of vegetable Vegiemon would. Anyway, because it's definitely not an onion, it sure ain't a potato. Or it isn't a radish or a carrot. I mean, obviously, it's just a plant of some description. Anyway, whatever. So let's just get rid of this tiredness. Is there a way to make... like, is there an item in this game that'll make your Digimon get tired slower? That's what I would quite like to know. Because if there is, I think that would be a great thing to have. Okay. And Vegiemon now needs to go to the bathroom. Okay, so we'll do that, go fight some red Vegiemon, and hopefully we'll be able to get through the Grey Lord's Mansion. I'm genuinely concerned about the Grey Lord's Mansion. I don't know if that's come across yet by the fact that I'm definitely not putting it off. I'm totally not putting off going back into the mansion. I'm definitely not putting that off. And we didn't make it in time. Great. I mean, okay. Future me does need to get a Numamon at some point. So, Numamon, when I eventually get Numamon, that is going to be cleanup duty. I think Numamon and Sukamon can do it. I don't know if Nanimon can, but I know you can get Nanimon. But getting Nanimon is, it's not exactly a good thing to get, let's just say. Like, you can get Nanimon, but I think to get it, you need to make your Digimon, like, extremely unhappy. It needs to be, like, extremely unhappy, absolute bare minimum discipline. And then you have to scold it when it's at 0 of both, when it's a rookie, and then I think it transforms into it. Or something like that. Also, Okay, Madoki Betamon dropped a small recovery. Is that, like, right on the edge of the screen transition? Can I pick it up? Yes, I can. Let's go. So I don't actually know if I can learn any moves from Madoki Betamon. I feel like I should because it does have water move, but I don't know which water moves I can learn with Vegiemon. Because if I could learn the kind of move where it shoots the bubble, I think that would be kind of nice. Either way, Madoki Betamon actually do just get one shot now, so that's good for me. And, nope, just 100 bits. I mean, hey, money's money, and I can use that to buy more stuff. But also, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to afford the training manual at this rate. I mean, obviously, I do have a kind of valuable items that I could sell if I absolutely had to, but I don't really want to. Like, if I sold off, like, I think the sirloins that I have, I think those go for like 750. So if I, found an alternative for food, I could just sell those and get like, what, 22.50 a day? But also, like, that sounds like a lot, but also, it's really not all that much. On the plus side, I now know that I can just one-tap these Madoki Betamons, which is always going to be a good thing to be able to do. That one actually gave 150 bits, wow. We are moving up in the world. Okay. I don't know how fighting affects tiredness, like, I don't know how much it goes up by. Honestly, I don't mind fighting 2v1 here. I think this 2v1 should be very easy, especially if I one-shot the Madoki Betamon. Because realistically, if it's a 2v1 but you one-shot one of them, is it really a 2v1? Like, oh wow, I didn't one-shot it. Okay. I didn't one-shot it because I think I landed the different move. Poison should take care of it in just a second, though. Oh, of course, when it's on no health, that's when we get the actual move I would have used. Okay, that got blocked. I love how Vegiemon and Red Vegiemon, like, they actually are just the same Pokemon. So, they are just the same Digimon. They are just a palette swap. Like, I don't mind that they are though. Okay, one more hit and we win, though. And there we go. Fantastic. Good job, Vegiemon. You asserted dominance over the Red Vegiemon. And do we learn a move? No, but we do get 650 bits. So, that's not bad. And I know that there's 3 or 4 more Red Vegiemon around that I can fight, so, let's keep fighting. Okay. I'll fight the one on this screen and then one of the ones on the next screen, and then we'll fight. Right, and then we'll sleep. And then, after that, I'll consider the Grey Lord's Mansion. Because, I'm going to be honest, I have taken a bit more of a detour in this episode than I was expecting to, or would have liked to. But also, I'd rather have the safety, you know? Like, I'd rather have the safety and know that I can kind of get through the Grey Lord's Mansion than, you know, find myself kind of wandering on in and just getting obliterated by everything in there. Because, you may recall, I did have that fight with a Tsukaimon, and even the fight with Tsukaimon didn't go very well. But okay, we just learned Poison Powder. So that should be a decent area of effect move to have. So, how much damage does it do? 117 and it costs 171. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save if now and just let Vegiemon go to sleep. I still love that little animation for it. That's really cute. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll head back to the city, I suppose. I'll head back to the city and I stock up on any more items. I feel like I still need the stats. One more day. I'm gonna do one more day of training. I'll do one more day of training, and then we're going back to the mansion. But I also need to be a bit careful, because I don't know how long... Oh! What? Uh, wait. Okay, I'm getting jumped by Ninjamon, I guess. I'm called Ninjamon. Your branch, and you must be Vegiemon. You're famous, even as far as the Ninja Village. Accept my challenge to fight. Another time. Ha! That's what you think. Oh, okay, so I have to fight them. Well, this kind of just throws all of my plans into, disarray. So, I knew that Ninjamon, like, would appear, but I didn't know it would appear here, and I thought I would have, you know, the option to not fight. But hey, I mean, so far this is going very well. Okay, what's that doing? Okay, only 284 damage? I think I win this. Okay, I know I win this, I just think I win a little bit easier now. Okay, that whiffed. That whiffed its attack. Always good when they whiff their attacks. If I had higher brains, I'd be able to tell it to use its move that can poison. Because if you're poisoned in this game, you see... There we go. Okay, so now it's poisoned, so it'll take gradual damage as well. And I think it's just naturally slowed down. And, okay, that Magma Bomb actually did a fair bit. Either way, Ninjamon is not proving to be all that much of a problem so far. I say that, but now he's just spamming out Magma Bomb, and that's going to be a bit of an issue for me. Okay, I'm going to let him do one more move. Okay, now I'm going to go for Sweet Breath, and hopefully, it probably won't kill, but will do a lot of damage. And this now hits for 986. That was honestly less than I would have liked or expected. But hey, we should survive this, whatever this does. Okay. Oh wow, we didn't just survive that, we basically tanked that. And that poison damage is looking like it's starting to do quite a bit as well. Okay, now he's in, like, the kind of 2D form. Yeah, this fight's over. Easy win. Ninjamon is defeated by poison. Okay, that went very well. Dropped a quick chip as well. Very nice. Okay, so... You're just as strong as say you are. Please make me your disciple. Disciple? Well, I don't do that, but you can help us make a city. Okay, that's good training too. I'll work hard. Well, I feel like that was a bit overkill, like, it's one screen away. Anyway, so with that, Ninjamon now joins the city. Ninjamon is a champion-level Digimon, and I believe he helps out in the secret item store. I mean, we took a little bit of a there, so I definitely want to stock up on some more healing items as well, especially before I go back to the mansion. Honestly, it's looking less and less likely that I'm going to end up going back to the mansion in this episode. I said I was going to, but I think it's probably going to get pushed to the next one. Okay, here's Ninjamon. What do you do? I know about items. There are 128 kinds of items in all. 32 are food. Rare items are grown naturally in some areas and can't be found in others. For example, you can find a blue apple in the native forest. These foods have special effects, so be careful on the timing of eating them. Okay, but do I get anything? Any new stuff? No? Okay. Okay, so Ninjamon will... I guess he just So, Ninjamon is a champion-level Digimon, and he will tell you about what items do. Okay, bit of a weird one to have kind of that late into the game, but okay. So I'll buy 2 medium floppies for that, and... honestly, I think I'll just buy 2 large recoveries as well. Oh, and with... Wait... I did that wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I should have bought less so I could buy a Hawk Radish and stuff. Okay, yeah, I can't sell the mansion. Obviously, that would make perfect sense of it. It'd be weird if I could. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is... I will sell 5 Digimushrooms, and that way I can get enough to buy stuff. Also, good job, Vegiemon. You've done great work the last few days. Honestly, these stat boosts, I feel like the stat boosts have definitely kind of kicked in and been a very noticeable thing for me so far. Okay, so what I guess I'm gonna do is I'll train until Vegiemon needs to go to sleep again, and then in the next episode we probably go to the Grey Lord's mansion for real this time. Okay, here's today's sirloins, fantastic. And I think the super carrot is the one you need for speed. And since we're going to be training speed, that's what I'm aiming for. I think one of them is speed, offense, and HP, and the other is brains, MP, and defense. Because, you know, they're kind of split by red and blue, so that would make a lot more sense. You know, because it's like red and pinks and stuff. And then the others have blues. I think that kind of makes sense, right? Okay, so let's give it a sirloin real quick. You know, let it have a nice little meal. Then we give it a super carrot to follow that up. So it shouldn't be hungry anytime soon. Really? Really, Vegiemon? Really? Are you seriously doing this to me right now? Like, I gave it a sirloin and a carrot, and then it's like, I'm now hungry, actually. Like, how do the mechanics of this game work? Like, genuinely, I do not understand how half of this game's mechanics work. But also, at the same time, I think it might be better if I don't. Because I feel like part of the intrigue of Digimon World is just the how does this work of it. Like, I think it's part of why I don't really want to play this with a guide. I feel like having a guide would definitely be helpful. Like, having a guide would be incredibly helpful, but also at the same time, I feel like it's just generally more interesting and intriguing if I don't. Because, like, if I know exactly what I'm doing, then I kind of lose part of the intrigue. Okay, we are very close to 300 speed though, so that's looking good. Okay. Also, Vegiemon is happy again. 292. One more and we should be past 300. Fantastic. Now let's get this guy a little bit more intelligence. Fortunately, I know that... Okay, Moss Shield. Moss Shield? What is that? That sounds like a move. Support move? It doesn't tell me what it does. But that sounds like a pretty okay one to have. Wait. Is Moss Shield the move that you sometimes see various plant-like Digimon use, where they kind of get like get a barrier made of thorns, and it boosts their stats? Because if it is, that is going to be very helpful to have. And Vegiemon is now hungry again. Very hungry plant. Okay. So let's do this. Train up the brains stat up until we hit 300. And then I think we're ready for the Grey Lord's mansion. So the Grey Lord's mansion got delayed by an entire episode, but hey, hopefully we will manage. And hopefully I'll get through it without too much hassle. I have to say hopefully because honestly I'm not very hopeful. Like, I genuinely think I'm going to have a bad time in the Grey Lord's mansion. But hey, we'll see how we can do. Distance and change target both learned. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so let's give this sirloin, you know, just give him a nice little meal again. And now, let's quickly run back to the main screen, save, and end off today's episode here. Okay, so, today we got very much sidetracked. Today we got massively sidetracked with other things, but tomorrow, in the next episode, we'll actually be going back to the Grey Lord's mansion. because I think we should be ready. So I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I'll hopefully see you all next time for more Digimon World. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.